What's up, guys? This is Uchiha, and let's get into it. So, as some of you may know, some of you guys may not know, Derek Fisher got robbed. Not him himself personally, but like his residence was robbed recently, at least a day or two ago, maybe. And his five championship rings were stolen. Now, for all of you guys who've been following the NBA and whatnot, and there's a lot of people who have a lot of respect for Derek Fisher because he had gone through a lot of problems in his career, especially like the situation with his daughter and her condition. Thank goodness that's been worked out. I hope. That was many years ago though. But in recent years, Derek Fisher when he was playing was kind of looked at as one of these guys who, he's a really nice guy, he tries to stay positive, he's a good, he's a good role player, so on and so forth. At least that's some people's opinion. In recent years, especially with the coaching and his in the Players Association, he's been known as a snake in the grass that couldn't be trusted for shit. Now, I don't know if he had a bad reputation as a player and whatnot, but definitely when he finished playing and he kind of went into some of the upper office, I guess, of the NBA and ended up becoming the coach. He's been known for fucking wives, girlfriends, and allegedly he's been fucking teammates' wives and girlfriends for a while. So I retract my previous statement. He may or may not, this is all alleged, he's been doing it for a while. The biggest case we know of is Matt Barnes. So, which I'll get into that part in a minute. Keep in mind, this is all alleged. So, Derek Fisher lately has been definitely coming out over the last couple years as being something of a scumbag. And to fuck a teammate's wife or girlfriend is just, you know what I'm saying? That's on some Delonte West shit, to be perfectly honest with you. And even then, actually, Delonte West is worse because you sat there and banged out some, another dude's mom. But anyway, so his house or his place of residence has gotten robbed. All 5 of his championship rings are gone. Now, everything from this point on is alleged. Okay. I watched the video by Carcino. You're gonna hear me name drop him a lot. And I'm not sure if Academics did a video on it yet, but I'm sure if he hasn't, he will. And I'll definitely check that out because he's funny as shit too. I enjoy watching both of these guys' videos. But it's alleged that who would have something to gain if, let's do this. Who would have something to gain if from robbing Derek Fisher's taking Derek Fisher's championship rings? There's a lot of people, apparently. Like I said, I had gone to a couple of sports websites that I enjoy frequenting and just listened to, just read around a couple of stories, listened to some other smaller interviews. He's got enemies, quite a few. Not even just the, screwing other guys' wives and girlfriends. When he was the representative of the Players Association, or president, I can't remember exactly what his position was, he basically went against the players and sided with the owners. Now, that gave him a whole lot of clout. That definitely gave him a bunch of privileges, and it definitely gave him a lot of money. But you fucked over a lot of fellow players, people that he was cool with, people who he may have even played with, and just a new generation who are coming up who deserve a bigger cut of the profits, and you kind of took that away from them to side with the upper echelon. Now, keep in mind, most people be like, oh, well, that's the lane that he's in. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't want to go against them like Isaiah Thomas, who always tried to be on the side of the players because he is a player. He understands. And even though he's up there in the upper offices, he understands that the players are what drive the business, which in turn benefits the upper office. You take care of the guys at the bottom, and the top will always benefit. But at least the guys on the bottom are well compensated. But that's neither here or there. That expands over a bunch of different sports. Some people say baseball is the exception, but it's hard to say because baseball, cats make a lot. I don't know exactly what sport is the most highest paid, but someone told me once it was baseball or soccer or European football. I know that's a touchy subject for certain people. But I'll have to look for sure to make sure to see who's most highest paid, but it makes you wonder. But who would have the benefit from robbing or for orchestrating Derek Fisher's house to get robbed, or his place of residence because we don't know exactly where yet, or at least I don't personally. It taken. I'm not gonna point no fingers at nobody, but I'll tell you this right now, Matt Barnes, if you did it, I ain't mad at you, homie. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not saying you did it. I'm not accusing you. This is all alleged. But if it was Matt Barnes, I ain't mad at you. Carcino in his video had said, you know, he didn't blame anybody either, but he was just like, hey, if it was Matt Barnes, you know, life's, you know, karma's a bitch as it pertains to Derek Fisher, because you ain't fucked Matt Barnes' wife, you ain't fucked his home life up, messing up a man's home is bullshit. Maybe could Phil Jackson maybe have something to do with that, because he ain't cut Derek Fisher a bunch of breaks and put him in a bunch of positions that Derek Fisher keeps screwing up. You know what I mean? There's a bunch of guys who could benefit from that. For Derek Fisher, was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? And the reason why this happened is even more interesting. Okay, so Derek Fisher does an interview recently, a few days prior to this robbery, where he doesn't say. I'll see if I can try to find the interview and put it in the description. Please don't hold me to that, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to find it, but I know you'll find it on YouTube because I saw it there, and I saw some of it on ESPN. So if you guys are ESPN heads, you'll know what I'm talking about. I think it might have even been on Fox Sports and on NBA Network also. But anyway, he has an interview, and it's just an awkward interview. I mean, it's not awkward, but like when he brings up the situation where he's like, if I'm known for, you know, messing around with my teammates or fellow players, wives and girlfriends, I'll be that. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I'll take that. And, you know, and the thing is I'm not saying that, and no one's saying that Derek Fisher is the only player to ever do that. He's not. Oh my God, he's not. But some of those other guys are much more discreet about it. Some of it came out, some of it didn't. That's where you get into more of the behind the scenes stuff. But like, Tony Parker, for example, was accused of that, or has been accused of that, I should say. But like, Derek Fisher just gives no fucks about it. Like you're in an interview. Basically, you're not saying exactly. He's not saying who the people are that he's done this with, because he's done this with a couple people allegedly. He's fucked a couple of players' wives or girlfriends allegedly. But like, you're saying it like it don't mean shit to you. Like, you're like, yeah, I'll be that. You know what I'm saying? It's whatever. Dude, you ain't sat there and put it. I mean, there's a target on his back before, because he's probably one of the most hated guys in the NBA. But like, now dudes really don't give a fuck about you because of this shit. So this definitely isn't exactly a smart move, man. I'm not sure what you were trying to play with, but this is definitely not a good idea at all, doing that interview with the subliminals. Now all of a sudden your place gets robbed. You know what I'm saying? And your championship rings are gone and shit. And like I said, no one knows who did it, but whoever did it, whoever did it, fuck whoever did it. It's whoever was behind it, or the people who were behind it. They had a reason, and they're gonna and if I were them, not that I was, but if I were them, I'm gonna make your ass pay a pretty penny to get that back. Please believe you're gonna pay me. You're gonna pay what you owe, and some, to get those rings back. Like I said, I'm not, Derek Fisher. He played. He got his rings. Yada yada yada. But you know what I'm saying. We live in a day and age where back in Jordan's time, back in the 80s and 90s, you're just taking the ass beating. You know what I'm saying? You sit there, you take your ass whooping, you miss your games until your bitch ass recovers, and then it's a wrap. And then you just don't do it again. This day and age, everybody wants to get on social media. Everybody thinks they can get with the subliminals, thinking that, I'll just get security, or I got cops or whatever. You can have all the security and cops you want. Something that Gorilla Black said, he said this years ago. It was in one of the beef videos, the hip hop beef videos and whatnot, where he said, what did Gorilla Black say? I'm not sure if I can say it word for word, so I'll just kind of say it verbatim. I'll just gloss it over. He said that I can have all the security around me that I want. If somebody wants to cross that tightrope and come get me, they're gonna come get me. Same thing.
That's confirmed.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why you have to be mindful about what you say whether in interviews or online or whatever, because you don't know what someone's willing to do to come get you and whatnot. None of us are Superman. None of us are invincible. Someone's eventually gonna, you push somebody far enough, man, someone's gonna come get you. And you just gotta be mindful of that. I'm not saying you gotta be a bitch or nothing like that, but then again, does that really need to be said? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't care if you don't like the guy or not. You just try to be mindful of your circumstances. That's all I'll say to some of you young guys out there. You know what I'm saying? I understand you guys got there's a bunch of heart. You guys have a whole lot of heart and whatnot, but heart and ego are two different things. That's all I'm saying. But for Derek Fisher, I hope you get that shit resolved. You definitely gonna pay for it. And being how you ain't messed your ex-wife up, and not that he physically did it, but the way you ain't left her in a bad spot. Or, I mean, if it is still his ex-wife, I don't even. Oh yeah, he did, because he gave her the divorce papers. He sent the divorce papers to her on their wedding anniversary. God damn, man, you got people wanting to get you, Derek. That's all I'm saying. So you got a lot of enemies. I hope you get your rings back. You did play for them, but I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope Derek Fisher gets his rings back, and whoever got it, they're going to hold on to it for a while, because why not? That's basically it, man. I'll holler at y'all later. Take it easy. Peace.